Hey everyone, how are you? Hope all is well. Hey, I wanted to update you a little bit on the current wireless loadout that we're using, and then take a look kind of in real time at some leftover battery life from some Shure and some Sennheiser units. So if you followed anything, I've been using the guitar wireless for definitely years and years now, but I recently switched over to the one of the Lekato WS-50s. Was reading a lot on those and getting some great reviews, and so far I got nothing great to say about the unit. But I also wanted to start slimming down our setup time after we load in our setup time. We are an acoustic duo primarily, and when it's me and Aaron doing it, I'm pretty much in charge of making sure gig prep and everything, make sure everything's there, setting everything up, at least all the PA stuff in the wireless units, and then tear it down. So I wanted to streamline things a little bit. I knew it was going to cost a little money, but I went ahead and did that. So what I did was, she was using an old Shure PGX system. She liked it. It was flawless. She's using it with a 58 capsule, and she had no reason to want to change. But of course, constantly AA batteries, every time, or every other time. And then plugging in the units and stuff like that. Again, I just wanted to streamline it. So I went out and bought just a couple of weeks ago, two and a half weeks ago now, something like that. Bought a one of the Shure SLXD5 units. If you're not familiar, they're the small battery powered SLXD series receiver. I guess made for remote interviews, mounting on cameras and stuff like that. And for myself, and then she wanted she wanted to stick with the 58 capsule, so I got that set up with the SLXD5, I think it is, transmitter with a 58 capsule. For myself, I had slowly started to use some Sennheiser mics, just a little bit easier on my voice, getting there EQ wise, so it's a better starting point for me. So I've got both wired 835s and 935s. I gotta say, my preference probably would be the 935. But I had a few months ago ordered a EWD receiver with an 835 mic, the SKM, I think it is, transmitter. But probably a month ago now, I ordered the EWDP receiver, battery powered receiver. And if I didn't say, the SLXD is a battery powered receiver as well. So I ordered the EWDP battery powered receiver, again for remote interviews, very small. You'll see here in a second. And then I paired that with my SKM transmitter with my 835 capsule on it. And so now our wireless setup is totally wireless. It's quick, easy, and it's efficient. And I've got nothing but good things to say about these so far, to be quite honest with you. Everything's smaller, makes the gear bag lighter. And again, once we throw the mixer out and plug the mixer in, it's just a matter of pulling things out and taking a look. Also, I want to give you a real-time look at some, if I didn't say already, some leftover battery life. So let's go ahead and go over here to the counter. I'll probably have a camera in one hand and taking the other stuff out, but I'll do the best I can. Way you guys can get a look at everything and see what we're doing. And so far, I'm happy with it. A lot of cash outflow for that, but I'm happy with it, and we'll go from there. So let's go take a look. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and try to, and yeah, that's a sink right there. I do have a sink and stuff here in the studio, so get this stuff out. First thing you see, last couple gigs we used the Yamaha back to the MG-XU mixer. We were using the Allen Heath, the CQ18T, but because I can't get true front of house sound in our monitors, I did find that not being able to mix out front, I did what I could here in the studio. Aaron don't practice me all the time, and so I was getting a little bit of I was kind of flubbing up the front of house mix out front just a little bit, and I was hearing things back, and I don't like that. I like to be as perfect as possible. So of course with the MG10XU, just the little monitor knob right here, you get the exact front of house mix. So in our situation, it works pretty good. So let's go ahead and get out, pull out my my 835 here, and yep, I just stuff it in an old hunting sock. That's what I've been doing for years. So there's that. The SLXD did come with standby. All right, I just want to unzip this real quick so you guys didn't have to watch that. So, the Shure stuff did come with the with this nice longer pouch, you know, like for your regular wired mics, but of course longer for the wireless mic. So let's go ahead and first thing that I would pull out at the gig are these Lekatos right here, and I'll just, you know what, I'll just put them back in here. I'll just kind of give you a look. So we have our power strip that you're looking at right there, and the Lekatos I just kind of put with the connector and the TSN down right there, and they stay pretty straight. And then right here is just the two little receivers, so for the mics. So anyways, let's get these Lekatos out. Of course, there's not battery life monitors on these. We do have some 4-hour gigs. I've never ran into problems with running out of juice on these on 4-hour gigs. I've had these for, I'm thinking, maybe around 4 to 5 months now, and used them on every gig since. So they've been great. Both of these, the transmitter and receiver, I do turn these off in between sets. So just to conserve that battery life, of course, not user replaceable and rated for 5 hours. But as for transmission, reception, all that stuff, and tone, I have zero complaints. So there's that. So maybe the next thing out of the bag, we'll just grab Aaron's receiver there. So this is the SLXD5 receiver. I think I misquoted and said this was the 5 earlier. This is the 2, I think. Yeah, SLXD2. But anyways, SLXD5 receiver, part of the SLXD25 package. And this is it right here. You know, kind of in size comparison to the Lekato units. Now, I fully understand, you know, there's X5. You do have the Lekato plug-ons, and I think the Nux, and probably a couple others now, of the plug-on units for microphones. And I do carry a Shure GLXD pedal style guitar wireless system in my gig bag still, kind of as a backup, but quick and easy and flawless. So anyways, here's that, and then we'll just shoot on over to the gig bag. One more thing too, if you order the Shure kit, it actually does come with the this size pouch as well for this right here. So, but because I want quick, easy, and simple, I just kind of use that now as a divider, I guess, in between the Shure unit and the Sennheiser unit. So here you go. Here's the Sennheiser unit, and just for size comparisons there you go right there. So that is it. That is our that's our wireless loadout for a duo, 2 vocals and 1 guitar, and super happy so far. I did call both Shure and Sennheiser. Well, Sennheiser I did have to email, but they were prompt, and we did have some email chains going back and forth, and they assured me as well, or as did Shure, that the technology in the EWDP and the SLXD5 was the same technology in the rack mount SLXD units and the rack mount EWD units. So I was pretty confident with that purchase. You know, good communications between Shure and Sennheiser, so I appreciate that. So anyways, that's the size. Yes, the antennas, you know, again, you guys know it's difficult one-handed, but yes, you can flare these out, you know, to a slight angle and stuff like that. So you are able to do that with these. So that is no problem there. And seriously, I just when we set up, you know how it is sometimes, tight stage, sometimes you just got a small table, sometimes things are on the floor. It just, you know, we'll play wherever. We play a lot, fortunately, you know, thank God. And these, if I put this one right on that, it's no problem. I've had zero interference with our tabletop and rack mount units that we had that I would stack on each other. Zero interference in our area and for what we were using. So of course 5.8 and then the UHF frequencies here. So zero interference there. So let's go ahead and power these up. What I did, our last gig was 2 nights ago, and I purposely left on, I had just topped these off, just topped off all the batteries and the transmitters and the receivers right before we left. So each of them were topped off, ready to go. And I purposely left these on for the 3-hour set. So basically 3 45-minute sets. So hour and a half, 2 hours and 25 minutes of playtime on there. I know at least 2 sets I left my mic on and just hit the mute switch here. If you can see that there, that's pretty much all you get right here with the Sennheiser is the mute switch. And then on the Shure unit, you do have the on and off switch. Enter in a menu button and you can kind of control some functions. I'm not very techy when it comes to that. You know what? It's connected. It's good to go. That's all that I asked for, and I can appreciate that aspect of it. So I know Erin did turn her transmitter off, I'm pretty sure, all 3 sets. And her on and off button is right here. And again, you have a digital menu and a digital readout right here on how much battery life is left. On the Sennheiser unit, you have a power on and off button there, the red one right on the back. And the left button, I think, is maybe if you have to repair it or something like that. But I've never had to pair these. I've just ran with what was stock out of the box. So let's go ahead and power up the Sennheiser here. So the Sennheiser unit running for 3 hours straight is showing at 63% battery life right there. And no signal for the microphone. Let's go ahead and power this up here and we'll watch the unit. And so my transmitter, as you see there, has 72% left. So apparently I don't have this muted right now. So what I will do is go ahead and mute the transmitter. And then it's going to tell you right on the very front that the mic is muted. So again, 4 hours and 48 minutes left. It is now showing on the receiver, and 8 hours and 13 minutes left on the transmitter right there, or on the receiver. Yeah, on the transmitter, 813 transmitter, 4 something on the receiver. So that's what we got there. So let's go ahead and power up the Shure unit. Just slide the switch over, and I've left the So what do we got there? 2 hours and 17 minutes left on that. And then let's go ahead and power on the transmitter. All right, so what we got? 5 hours and 43 minutes, I think it's saying right there. And the Shure, after a few seconds, I don't know, maybe 20 seconds or something, this screen will go away, and you have to touch one of the buttons to power the screen back on, but we generally don't have a reason to do that. Honestly, this is set it and forget it, and I appreciate that everything's been flawless. If we go back to the Shure receiver, so same as the Sennheiser, it shows you the life left of each unit, right? So 5:43, 5 hours 43 minutes on this transmitter, and 8 hours and 11 minutes on the Sennheiser transmitter. Again, I had just muted mine on purpose, but I didn't tell her I was going to be kind of gauging the battery life, so she had turned her transmitter off. So, and again, 4 hours on the receiver there, and this receiver that was left on for the 3 hours, let's just kind of hit something there, is 2 hours and 36 minutes on this receiver, the battery life. So there you go. Hope you find this somewhat interesting, if at all you're considering this. I did get, I did order 2 of the Shure, I think, SB903 batteries for this right here. And I ordered the SB203 kind of docking station right there. The battery from the receiver, so I just turned the mic off so you see this goes off right there for the transmitter. The receiver, you do have to pop the battery out to place in there, and the transmitter, as you probably know, or if you don't know, you can simply just drop the transmitter in the docking station and not have to take the battery out. So that's one less step that I have to worry about to charge her mic. Here is the Sennheiser. docking station right there. So both of those there, both of these batteries from transmitter receiver, you do have to pull out and just slide in there. And let's do that right now. All right, so I didn't want to fumble around one-handed, but so here's the battery compartment open on the both the Shure and the Sennheiser, and there's a docking station there. Getting both those charged up for the Shure and then the Sennheiser. And then the only other thing that I would do, and I do have a gig tomorrow night, so we won't be using this. I will be using the Sennheiser and the Lekatos. My practice had been to just go ahead and turn this off between sets. You obviously don't have to, but if I do that, I know I can do. If I have back-to-back nights, I know I can do gigs, no problem at all. 2 in a row with with the Sennheiser stuff. So from what I'm seeing right now, I think the transmitter on the Shure, I would be a little bit more, or the receiver on the Shure, I'd be a little bit more cautious about than the Lekatos, of course. Just USB charge them. So anyways, there's that setup. I'm charging right now, just getting ready for tomorrow night. Okay, so there you go. So if you're at all thinking about slimming down your loadout, but still keeping some a good reliable the frequencies that you can choose from the Shure and Sennheiser units, there you go. I hope this was beneficial for you to take a look at that. So far so good. I probably got probably 15 to 20 gigs on the Sennheiser transmitter, including the rack mount receiver, but probably 8 or so gigs maybe with the new EWDP, the small battery power receiver you're looking at. And then I think we got 3 gigs on the Shure setup. So anyways, happy with that. It's quick, it's easy. Goodness, just pop them out and plug them in and just, hit the power button, and there's no additional thinking about it and stuff, at least in our area that we gig with. No interference with, Wi-Fi routers and cell phones and stuff like that. So with that being said, hope you guys are doing good gigs. Keep gigging. God bless you guys, and thanks for watching. We'll see you.